Welcome back. All right, we're going to move on from, we used the table, but now we're going to go to section 7, and it's asking us what the present value is if the periods are beyond the table. So the table goes to 25. All right, you can see here. So what if it goes beyond 25? We did that for future value. We can do that for present value as well, and it's the same principle. So they give an example here. What if I have 40? That's well beyond 25. So we look at half. 20 times 20, or 20 plus 20 would give us 40. If it's an odd number, get as close to half as you can. One below, one above. So 20 and 21, when you add it together, is 41. Find those values, and then you multiply them together. All right? So for creating the new table factor, for the stated interest rate per period, find the two table factors that represent half, or as close as possible. Multiply the two table factors together that you find in step 1 and round to 5 decimal places. Once you find that, you multiply that by the future value to get the present value. All right? So let's look at this. Calculate a new table factor and find the present value of $2,000 if the interest rate is 12% compounded quarterly for 8 years. So if it's 12% quarterly, that means we take 12% and divide it by 4. That means it's going to be 12 divided by 4 is 3%. So our quarterly rate is going to be 3%. All right? And then how many total periods are there going to be? Well, it's going to be 32, because if it's quarterly at 8 years, 8 times 4 is 32. So that goes beyond the 25 on the chart. So let's find half, which is 16. And 16 at 3%, if we look at the table, 16 at 3%, come down to 16. That's 0.62317. All right, and that's what they find in the example. Okay, 0.62317. So they take 16 and 16, they multiply it together, and they get 0.3883408. So the fifth digit, round it to 5, is a 4, and the sixth one is 0, so it stays at 4. Now I remember looking at this and rounding. I always remember my kids learned a rap video on how to round. I'm not going to bore you with that, but it's quite interesting to hear them memorizing how to round. If it's less than 5, you round down. Yeah. All right. So anyway, so when they rounded, they get 0.38834, the present value, $2,000. Multiply the factor times 2,000. It's going to be $776.68. So if he invested $768.68 initially at 12% interest, which is a good rate, compounded quarterly, he would have $2,000 in 8 years, which is pretty good. All right, just less than 3 times. All right, so let's do the triad exercise. Calculate a new table factor and find the present value of $8,500 if the interest rate is 6% compounded quarterly for 10 years. Go ahead, figure that out, and when we come back, I'll show you the answer.